Hi all, today we are going to see data security in cloud. Of all the resources available in the cloud, one of the most important resources is user data because it is the only resource user brings to the cloud. It should be protected, it should be reclaimed when the user wants to migrate it to other server. Let's have a look at data security in cloud. Data security in cloud. So what is data security in cloud? Cloud data security is the set of strategies and practices for protecting data and applications that are hosted in the cloud. This is known as cloud data security. There are so many other challenges related with data. They are data redundancy, disaster recovery, data backup, data replication, data residency or location, data reliability, data fragmentation, data integration, data transformation and data migration. Data consistency must be maintained to avoid data redundancy problem. Data backup and high availability will avoid disaster recovery problem. Proper backup solutions will avoid data backup problem. Proper data integration and synchronization will avoid data replication problem. Keeping data within the region will avoid data redundancy problem. Maximizing service availability to customers will reduce data reliability problem. For avoiding data fragmentation, we have to use data management techniques. To avoid data integration related problems, we have to use proper software solutions and tools. To avoid data transformation problem, we have to use proper ETL tools, that is extract, transform and load tools. To avoid migration problems, we have to use proper techniques and procedures. Now, let's see the challenges in data security. First one is security risks. Second one is quality of service. Third one is data availability. And the fourth one is data integrity. First, let's see what is security risks. Due to essential multi-tenancy and ease of access within a cloud, the data is subjected to various security risks. They are snooping, unauthorized discovery, spoofing, accidental or malicious deletion, denial of service attacks. Let's see one after the other. Snooping. Unauthorized access to another person's data is known as snooping. The access of each tenant should be limited to his or her data will avoid snooping problem. Unauthorized discovery. Finding other tenants' information is known as unauthorized discovery. How to avoid unauthorized discovery? Data should be invisible to all tenants except the owner. That is some kind of hiding the information. Third one is spoofing. Spoofing refers to tricking or misleading computer systems or other computer users. This is typically done by hiding one's identity or faking the identity of another user. How to avoid spoofing? Authentication mechanism must be implemented to make sure that no cloud tenant can assume the identity of another tenant. Accidental or malicious deletion. From the name itself, we can say that knowingly or unknowingly deleting other users' information is known as accidental or malicious deletion. How to avoid this kind of thing? No user should be able to delete the data belonging to another tenant. Denial of service attacks. We all know the term DAS attack. So what is a DAS attack? A denial of service attack occurs when genuine users are unable to access information or devices or other network resources due to the actions of a malicious user. How to avoid this kind of attacks? Normal or abnormal application errors of one user should not affect the shared data. This will avoid DOS attack problem. So what are all the 5 security risks? Snooping, unauthorized discovery, spoofing, accidental or malicious deletion, denial of service attack. Now let's see quality of service. Quality of service denotes the level of performance, reliability, and availability offered by an application and by the platform or infrastructure that hosts it. The cloud provider must be able to ensure this. The term data availability refers to the ability to ensure that required data is always accessible when and where needed, even when interruption occurs. Data integrity. The data in the cloud cannot be read or understood by unauthorized persons. This is known as data integrity. So when we talk about data security, quality of service, data availability, and data integrity should be maintained. Now let's see the encryption method available in the cloud. Data confidentiality is about protecting data against unauthorized access or disclosure or theft. A common way to achieve data confidentiality is encryption. We all know that we have two types of encryption. One is asymmetric and the second one is symmetric. In asymmetric encryption, different keys are used for encryption and decryption, such as public key and private key. That is, in the sender side, plain text is encrypted using public key and it will be sent as ciphertext. In the receiver side, it will be decrypted using private key. Symmetric encryption. From the name itself, we can say that we are using the same key, that is shared secret key. The receiver side, both the sender side as well as receiver side uses the same secret key, that is shared secret key for encryption and decryption. In the cloud, we are using so many algorithms for data protection. They are RSA algorithm, DES, triple DES algorithm, IDEA algorithm, Blowfish algorithm, RC4 algorithm, and SEAL algorithm. Now let's see few best practices for data encryption. One is deploy encryption, use data origin authentication, use session-based encryption keys with short lifespan, use strong encryption algorithm, use published well-known encryption algorithm, implement compliances, implement role-based access control. When we go for cloud service providers, we have to check whether they are having proper standards. One is CDMA standard, Cloud Data Management Interface Standard. It allows the users to tag the data with special metadata. It enables interoperable cloud storage implementation from various cloud service providers and storage vendors. It provides encryption, backup, replication, compression, and so on. When we go for cloud services, we have to implement cloud storage gateway in our organization. CSGs are appliances that intercepts data traveling between our network and public cloud. That is, imagine that this is your organization and this acts as an interface and it will filter the data and it will send to the public cloud. How CSG provides data protection? First, it enables a convenient replication procedure. Second one, files that are to be copied to the cloud are first stored in the CSG cache memory. After a certain time, the cache data is pushed to the cloud. Data that is read from the cloud is copied to the cache memory. Now let's see cloud firewall. What is the difference between firewall and cloud firewall? The main difference is cloud firewall work with other cloud-based security solutions. Let's see what is firewall. A firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. But a cloud firewall is a network firewall appliances explicitly built to work with other cloud-based security solutions. It addresses scalability, availability, and extensibility. Virtual firewall. From the name itself, we can say that it is a virtual thing. That is, a virtual firewall is a network firewall running in a virtualized environment like a firewall, and it provides a packet monitoring and filtering. That is, in other words, we can say that a virtual firewall is a firewall device or service that provides network traffic filtering and monitoring for virtual machines in a virtualized environment. Now, let's see the challenges in implementing high-level service uptime and security. First one is the internal functions of cloud services are not visible to the users, which makes it harder to track the problems and enforce security. The second one is the cloud customers are left with the loss of control because the security is managed by the cloud provider. Resource allocation from virtualized pool makes it difficult to track the use of cloud resource and enforce security. The last one is sharing of resources among users has serious risks. A security breach created by one user impacts the other users. So finally, general cloud data security guidelines include implementing the following programs. The first one is we have to implement security programs like antivirus software, etc. Second one is data protection mechanism. We have to include data protection mechanism like encryption, decryption, everything. Third one is identity management system to access data in the cloud. That is, unauthorized access can be prohibited using this one. Fourth one is vulnerability and intrusion management programs should be included in the cloud. The last one is compliances and audit management program should be included to safeguard our data in the cloud. Hope you all enjoyed the session. Have a good day.